Good morning, Storytime friends. How are you? It's Hannah over here at Barkman, and I am so excited to read with you all today. Today, we're going to be reading about jobs and careers. Do you see all of these wonderful people with different jobs and careers behind me? What kind of careers do you see here? I see a bus driver down here, hanging out with me down here. What other jobs do you see on the board behind me? I see a teacher, farmers. That's right, there's so many fun careers, aren't there? So many people do so many different kinds of jobs, and today we're going to be reading about some of the jobs that people do. And someday when you grow up to be really big, you're going to have your own job too. What do you want to do when you grow up? Wow, I'm hearing a lot of good answers. There's so many things you can do when you grow up. Let's learn about some of them, shall we? Let's read our first book about jobs today. This one is called Career Day, and it's by Anne Rockwell, and the pictures are by Lizzie Rockwell. So, what jobs do you see on the front cover? I see a train conductor, and there's two other ones. That's right, there's a chef right here and a construction worker, and there's the train conductor. All right, let's read all about Career Day. When special visitors come to our school, they tell us about the work they do. Then we tell them about the work we do. Today, it's my turn to introduce my visitor. What if I forget what I'm supposed to say? Sometimes that happens. Not just to me, Miss Madoff says, but to everyone. Here he is, right on time. This is my dad, I say. He drives a big bulldozer. He's helping build our new library. Good morning, Mr. Lopez, everyone says. Good morning, boys and girls, my dad says. Look at Mr. Lopez, driving that big old bulldozer. What job does Mr. Lopez have? That's right, he's a construction worker. Next, we meet Charlie's visitor. His mother is a judge who works in a courtroom and wears a long black robe. If there's too much noise, she pounds her gavel and says, "Order in the court." Then everyone has to be quiet. Do you see Charlie's mom there? She's a judge in a courtroom? When Kate introduces her visitor, she says, "My dad plays bass in an orchestra at night. He practices all day and takes care of my baby brother while our mother goes to work at the bank." Do you see that? Kate's dad? He's playing bass with a bunch of other bass players. What kind of job is that, to play an instrument? That's right, that's a musician. Machiko's mother writes books for us to read. She draws the pictures in them too. She is very good at drawing mice. There's Machiko and her mom. And look at that mouse Machiko's mom is drawing. That is a good mouse, isn't it? What kind of job is it if someone writes stories and illustrates them? That's right. It's an author and an illustrator. I bet she writes kids' books just like this one. Mrs. Madoff's visitor is her husband. He's a scientist called a paleontologist. He just got back from South Africa, where he was digging for dinosaur bones. The bones tell us about dinosaurs that lived long ago. Wow, look at that dinosaur bone. Those are some big bones that he's digging up. Sarah's visitor is our crossing guard. She brings Sarah to school every day because she is also Sarah's grandmother. That's why Sarah is always the first one at school and the last one to go home in the afternoon. Do you see Sarah's grandmother there? What do crossing guards do? What is she helping out with here? She's making sure all the kids get to and from school safely across the street. That's a very important job, isn't it? Evelyn's mother is a nurse in the hospital. She takes care of all the newborn babies in our town. She tells us those babies are very, very cute, but they sure do cry a lot when they're hungry. I see a crying baby right there. A hungry, hungry baby. All of these jobs are very important, aren't they? We all have to do jobs to make sure that we can all live together. What kind of career do you think this is? Let's read and find out, should we? Jessica's mother takes care of animals. She's a veterinarian, the kind of doctor who makes sick animals better. That's right, Jessica's mother is a vet, short for veterinarian. Veterinarians are pretty cool. They're like doctors, but instead of humans, they help animals. Sam's visitor drives the sanitation truck that carries our garbage to the big town dump. Kate and Evelyn and I wave to him, just as we always do whenever he comes down our street. Hey kids, remember to recycle, Sam's father says. There's Sam's father loading up the truck, taking it all to the dump. Evan's father wears a leather apron that holds the tools he uses all the time. He shows us how to hammer a nail. What kind of job does Evan's father do? He uses tools, he works with wood. That's right, Evan's father is a carpenter. Look at that birdhouse he's making. That's pretty cool. When it's time for Nicholas to introduce his visitor, he says, I'll bet you've all bought groceries at the friendly farm market. Guess what? My father is manager of the store. There's Nicholas's father. Do you see him in the window of the store? Right there. So he manages the whole grocery store, makes sure everything is stocked, makes sure his employees come, and helps out all of the customers. Today, it's Mr. Cisco's turn to introduce his special visitor. He says, Good morning, everyone. I'd like you to meet Professor Alcorn. He's my teacher at college. Hey, I never knew grown-ups had teachers too. Wow, look at that. Professor Alcorn teaches Mr. Cisco at college as a professor. Grown-ups do have teachers. We're always learning. No matter how old we are, we always learn from teachers, don't we? Grown-ups sure do have interesting work to do, and so do we. Wow, look at all of that. Getting to spend time together and learn about the different jobs that they're doing. Well, that was fun. What was your favorite job that you learned about in this book? All of them were pretty cool, huh? I think mine might have to be the veterinarian, but I don't know. The musician and the author and the construction worker. There's so many fun things and so much important work that people do, huh? All right. Before we read our next book about jobs, do you all want to learn a song and sing it with me? All right, so this song is going to be about all the different jobs and the ways that people do those different jobs. We're going to do hand motions and we're going to sing. Are you ready? Let's get our wiggles out. Let's get our hands ready. All right, here we go. This is the way the bus driver drives, the bus driver drives, the bus driver drives. This is the way the bus driver drives when she does her work. What is the bus driver doing? Driving the bus, taking the kids to school. The next one is, this is the way the chef cooks, the chef cooks, the chef cooks. This is the way the chef cooks when he does his work. What do chefs do? We're mixing. What else do chefs do? They plate. Whew. They throw things in saucepans. They chop food. And what are they making? Delicious meals, huh? Yummy. All right, are we ready for our next job? This one we're gonna need to have some props, so grab your hair. Ready? This is the way the barber cuts, the barber cuts, the barber cuts. This is the way the barber cuts when she does her job. What kind of work do barbers do? We have an example back here. I see a barber right here cutting the man's hair. Are we ready for our last one? All right, I'm going to teach you this one, and then we're going to do one of these all together. Ready? This is the way the musician plays, musician plays, musician plays. This is the way the musician plays when he does his work. What instrument am I playing? I could be playing clarinet. I could be playing the violin. I could be playing the flute. Lots of fun instruments to play, huh? All right, now let's do it all together. Do you remember what the first job is? Bus driver. Ready? This is the way the bus driver drives, the bus driver drives, the bus driver drives. This is the way the bus driver drives when she does her work. This is the way the chef cooks, the chef cooks, the chef cooks. This is the way the chef cooks when he does his work. What's the next one? We need a prop. That's right, let's do the barber. This is the way the barber cuts, the barber cuts, the barber cuts. This is the way the barber cuts when she does her work. And last one. This is the way the musician plays, musician plays, musician plays. This is the way the musician plays when he does his work. Yay! Take a bow, story timers. That was beautiful. Well done, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. Woo! Was that fun? I think it's fun to pretend that you're doing different jobs and think about all of that fun stuff. Now you're going to have to practice that song and we'll sing it again some other time, okay? Are you ready to read our second book? This one is called I Can Be Anything, and it's by Jerry Spinelli and it's illustrated by Jimmy Liao. And thank you to Little Brown and Company for letting us read this one. What do you think this book is about? I see some bunnies and I see a kiddo and it says, I can be anything. I think this little kiddo is thinking about all the jobs he could have. Let's read and find out. When I grow up, what shall I be? Of all the many, many jobs, which one will be the best for me? Pumpkin grower? Dandelion blower? That's a hard word to say, dandelion blower. Paper plane folder? Puppy dog holder. Oh, that sounds like a fun job, doesn't it? Holding puppy dogs. Puddle jumper? Apple chomper. Mixing bowl licker, tin can kicker. Ooh, I like the mixing bowl licker one too. Yummy. Barefooted hopper, bubblegum popper. Whoa, look at the size of that. Snowball smoother, baby sis soother. Oh, how sweet is that? Let's get a closer look. He's soothing his baby sis. And I see some pretty cool animals with the snowballs. What animal is this? A penguin. Very good. Gift unwrapper, jump and clapper. Cheek to cheek grinner, dizzy dance spinner. Cross-legged sitter, make-believe critter. Whoa! That could be a fun job to be a make-believe critter. What do you think? I think that could be really fun. Deep hole digger, lemonade swigger. Deep hole digger. We have a title for that. What's the jobs that people have if they dig holes deep, deep down? Do you know what that's called? Called a miner. They mine in the earth for minerals and diamonds and things like that. Honeysuckle smeller, silly joke teller. That could be fun to be a comedian and make people laugh with your jokes. Best part saver, goodbye waiver. So many jobs. They're all such fun. I'm going to choose. Which job would you choose? Would you be a lemonade swigger or a snowball smoother? I'm going to choose. This is so big. I hope I can get it all on the screen. Everyone! Oh my goodness. Look at all of those jobs. He's going to pick every single one to do. Oh my goodness. I think he is going to be one very busy person with all of those jobs. But that's what's so exciting is you can be anything you want. So whatever kind of jobs you want when you grow up, you can do anything. Well, thank you so much for reading about jobs and careers with me today. And thank you for singing with me too. That was really fun to learn about all of the different jobs that people have. And I can't wait to see what jobs you have when you grow up. Make sure to join us next week, okay? I think next week we're reading about cats, but I could be wrong. Make sure to check the schedule, but I'm pretty sure we're reading about kitties next week. Meow. Okay, I'll see you then. Have a good day, story timers. Thanks for reading with me.